Lord, I was born a rambling man. Oh my God. We need the Lord right now. Hi, everybody. It's Linda G coming to you from Northern California. I just want you to know this too shall pass. And I know you're all sick and tired of what's going on right now. The big, beautiful pain in the butt bill is sitting in Congress, and one of the Democrats wrote everybody and said, listen, this ain't about people against the bill. This is about them being upset that the Senate took away a lot of things. They want more taken away. I guess there were some things they felt like there should be more taken away. So it's some maggots that are very cruel. They're all cruel. You guys saw Trump over there gleeful with Nome and the Satan. Most of the Americans aren't into this. They're not into alligator moats and the killing of people with no due process. They just want to put them in there, let a hurricane come and wipe them out. That's exactly, and as terrible as that is, that's exactly who they are. And this too shall pass. So thank you guys for all the questions. I'm going to answer as many as I can. Somebody asked here, what about the backlash with Lisa Murkowski? So she took care of Alaska, but said to hell to everybody else. But here's the deal. She knew her vote could stop so everybody else doesn't get punished. But she went ahead and voted yes, so everybody else could be punished. You see what I'm saying? So what is the outcome for her? What's her future look like? Murkowski. You know, sometimes I was shocked Collins voted no on the bill. I was very surprised. But she's two-faced. But tell me about Murkowski. What's the outcome for her? Tell me about Murkowski. What's the outcome for her? Getting all my goods up here. I'm rest to go. Well, her people will be happy, but they also feel there's a lot of people that'll be happy that she said no, that they won't get hurt, but they will feel bad about everyone else. And someone wrote me and said, all these things don't take effect until after the midterms. Will people still vote against the Republicans? And I'll look at that, but I'll tell you yes, okay? Murkowski is coming under a watchful eye, almost a military eye. People will be very upset with her. She's very disliked. You know, she's like got a award for being somebody for Exxon, or not Exxon, Mobil, or you know, she's in for the gas companies. They're all low. Listen, I posted something on my page. I don't know if you saw it, but it's the truth. Hold on. Where is it? Here we go. The founding fathers only paid the senators and representatives a per diem amount in session. Why? Because the founding fathers knew if Congress were ever to be paid salaries, which they could vote to increase themselves, then Congress would no longer be of the people, but rather above the people. They wanted those in Congress to be subject to the same economic and financial conditions as the rest of us. And you saw how that changed. So look, she may even get sued down the road here. Justice is coming for her, and it's not pretty. Her people she'll probably have to stay in Alaska. Somebody just said to me she's not going to run again. She's going to end it. She's not coming up in 26. I think she's coming up in 28 or something. But she knows she's going to exit stage left. I wonder why they didn't give Collins a deal. Poor people in Maine. Okay, so she'll try to do a magic trick. She'll try to encircle this around. She'll try to be, like she does. She goes in and out, up and down. So does what's her face? I hope he learned his lesson. They're all uh, well, Marowski said their lives are being challenged. But you know what? Don't take that kind of job if you don't want to do the battle. I'd be sleeping with my gun. So, okay, here we go. Tell me about the outcome for Markowski. It's not very good. I see her crying in tears. She will be forgiven, but she will be suffering the plight of what they all did. She's part of this whole group. So she's going to be a surprise attack. So she's a controlled puppet, you guys. She's there. This is going to wreck her career. She will not go down as a great person. Neither will Collins, even though Collins voted against it. Okay, so we talked about that. Let's see. Will this big Trump mega bill? I've often felt it passing. But then people on these social medias are saying, gee golly, it might not pass. Somebody said, some Republican announced he has enough votes to stop it. But remember, these people aren't stopping it because they're for us. They're stopping it because it's not awful enough. Tell me what I can tell everybody. Tell me what I can tell everybody. Okay, here we go. Controlled narrative. Will it pass? Uprising rebellion. I would say it's going to pass because there's a rebellion coming up. I would say it's going to pass. Hold on. Where's I love this thing. It's been talking to me pretty well, you guys. Will the bill pass in Congress? Of course, it has to go back to the Senate. Will the bill pass in Congress? Yes or no? Please give me a yes or no. Will the bill pass? Yes. Will it pass again when it goes back to the Senate? Yes. So I don't know what's going on here, but it's definitely going to pass, but it's going to create. So let me ask this. Will the things in this bill actually be put into place? No. Will the items in the bill be stopped because Trump will be out of office? It's saying yes. So I think by midterms, this guy's done. We'll see. Okay. We'll see. Okay, let's get back to our good stuff here. Uh, Poor Zelensky. He did everything Trump asked. Everything he asked. And now he just said, no, we're not going to give you the things you need because we need them. Yeah, we need money. So we need money so we can build alligator trenches. And then maybe put up some stands so people can sit around and gleefully watch people getting eaten by alligators. I say when we take over, when the good people take over, and this is a terrible thing to say, and please forgive me, but let's all stand them up and put them over there. Let's keep them in there while we take them to court. Of course, they won't do that, but. Okay, so where was I before I was so rudely interrupted by myself? Okay, visit community. Here I am. Somebody wrote me and said, what is this about FBI Director Kash Patel saying they found located documents with detailed allegations related to the 2020 interference? This is not true. This is a false flag. This is not going to happen, okay? But they are finding stuff on the New York. We're going to definitely show that this was stolen. Okay. So, thank you. Susan said, I enjoy your quick wit. It's more like lack of wit. Oh, what does karma for Peter Thiel look like? Now, listen, as much as we would gleefully like to know that he's burnt on a stake, we can't go there because energetically karma is up to the other side. When I've been going through really bad times in my life, one thing, and a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about, one piece of bad news after the other, even, dealing with where I was going to live, how will we, I was a single mother and at the time wasn't talking to my parents and I was just barely making it. But no matter what I went through, down the road, I realized a lot of it was karma. There's a lot of karma that comes that you may, unbeknownst to you, may come to you from another life. So we can't be gleeful about other people suffering, but what you can do is you cannot let it define you. So you can say, because later on, as I got wiser, I said, okay, fair enough. I allow this to happen. Like I told you, breast cancer was the best news I ever had. Totally changed my world. I said, so, okay, so what's next? I'll just batten down the hatch and get through this. Okay. Oh, Francis just said something very unusual. Multiple bodies emerged on the Mediterranean Sea with hands and feet tied. Spain is investigating it at the moment. Who were these people? Were they immigrants? I feel they were immigrants. Oh, that's just terrible. But I don't know if it's an actual nation that did this or some sort of terrorist action. Got rid of these people. Of course, they're in the realm, so they're not worried about it, but I'm glad they found them. I think you're going to find out it was a terrorist group. Um, yeah, P. Diddy got off too easy. But you know what? Let's see what the judge will do. He's a has-been. There's no people, let me tell you, fathers will tell their children to get in the house and lock the doors. Nobody's going to want to be around them. He's going to act like, oh, yeah, I'm cool. No, there's still have fans and some people who think he's great, just like Trump. But people will stay away from him. What is the outcome for P. Diddy? What is the book thrown at him? I see that the judge will give him something, not 15 years. What is the judge going to give him? What is the judge going to give him? So it'll surprise us. He will go to jail, you guys. He will go to jail. The angel of light and mercy is looking over this. So, and he has to pay a fine. And there's some civil suits that are going to happen that he's going to have to pay. So mark my word on that. Here's the judge. Here's the Nine of Cups, which means I would say this isn't for him. This is for us. Justice will be served. He might even think about, he's not supposed to, right now, if they let him out on bail, they said they'll take his passport. He can't fly his jet, stuff like that. Money talks. I hate to say it. There's some struggle, maybe 5 years at the most, but that's still better than nothing. There's something he'll get. Still not enough for a lot of people, but don't worry. It's like Marowski. People will cross the street before crossing near her. It's like, how dare you? Of course, she wasn't as bad as him, but it's still awful what they're doing to these poor people. When they went to get rid of Obamacare, and thank God for Senator McCain or McLean. Was it McCain? I can still see him doing this. Everybody was shocked. People like Senator Feinstein, Nancy Pelosi, they gasped. And because I remember watching it. And then when he went up, and then Pence was walking through the door, getting ready in case it's tied to break the tie. He opened the door and he saw him do this, and he turned around and walked back out. Oh, Trump was pissed, but it doesn't matter. He saved the day. He knew right from wrong. And believe it or not, that Justice not Thomas, Roberts. Remember when they brought it up to the Supreme Court? Everybody was so scared. And the Supreme Court, they wanted to get rid of Obamacare. That's Trump. Get rid of it. And then they said no. And the one who voted on that side was Justice Roberts. And he said, how can you take away health care for millions and millions of people with nothing else to go to? You're not giving them anything else. So how can you do that? Thank God he was a right man at that time. It was like, boy, you're right. You're right. How can they get rid of Obamacare when they had nothing else? Trump has been saying, I got the best health care. He never came through. He doesn't even bother lying to us now because he's never going to give us a health care. So, oh, this is a good one. Okay. Wait, let me do one last. Hold on. Let me ask my pendulum. Is P. Diddy going to jail? Yes or no? Saying yes. Okay, now I want to know what's going to happen to the Elon and Trump feud. Now, listen, little tidbit here. Apparently, Putin is on Elon's side. And apparently, Elon talking about doing a new, he wants an American, he wants to interfere with our Republican Democrat. He wants to do a new system. Apparently, that's part of Putin's idea. Putin just wants to chop us up. He could care less about Trump. He really could, but Russia's not doing very well. That I can tell you. But now they're opening up the banks so Russia can get money. Tell me about Elon and what is the outcome of this feud between Elon and Trump? What is the outcome of this feud? It's a beautiful day out there, you guys. It's probably in the 80s. Ooh, waiting, exhausted. Ooh. They used to be close, but Trump just wanted his money. He could care less about Elon. Absolutely could care less. The money is gone now. And also, these Republicans aren't worried about Elon getting them all out of office. Trump acts like he could get, was it Massey or one of them? I'll have, although he decided not to run, I'll make sure he doesn't get in. This guy couldn't get Donald Duck in office. Remember that? He tried to, his choices, and they're going to win, and they never won. One person, the last time this happened, where a whole bunch of Republicans were going to be in, nobody voted because of Trump. Ooh. There's something going to happen to Trump, you guys. Stroke something, and or Elon, but this is not going to end very well. Someone's getting sick. We don't wish, entertainment purposes only. Partnership is reversed. I see. Well, okay, let me ask you this. Well, Elon revealed how Trump won as president of the United States. Saying yes. Was this stolen? Was the 2024 election stolen? Yes. With the help of Elon? Yes. I don't know the extent of the stealing, but I can hear him saying, and I see him out of the country when he announces it. Here's how we did it. He's going to say we did it. And then everybody's going to be in an uproar. And you're not the legitimate president and blah, 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 blah. Okay? When will SCOTUS stop helping the orange one? I got to tell you something. I feel that SCOTUS will, in fact, say, because remember, they were going to go later, they were going to look at it, but they don't go all the way out of the Constitution. I see them saying, if you were born in this country, you maintain your citizenship in this country because it's in the Constitution. That's what I see. I see Roberts and Amy. The other ones don't care. They'll vote against the Constitution. Yeah, so Angela said, I'm on disability, Medicare, Medicaid, housing assistance. I know things will get better in years to come, but for now, I'm worried about losing my home, my stability. I know you guys, and I'm so sorry. Try to hold on as best you can. I see a lot of fighting back on this individually, so just hang in there. What will happen to Melania? Oh, she's just going to move. She's going to be with her. She's got her boyfriend, remember? I asked Sterling this, but maybe you can elaborate. Have Democratic lawmakers already started preparing for charges against Trump? Damn it, I just lost it. Some of a biscuit eater. Damn. My fingers are too fat. Where is it? I asked Sterling about this. Oh, have Democratic lawmakers already started preparing charges for Trump and his associates in next term? Absolutely. It's so funny you said that because I just saw a congressman who ran for office as president, and I just went blank on his name, saying when they take over, especially when we get a new Democratic president, we need to have a committee look at each person involved with this alleged takeover. See, I can't tell you time frames. People were saying, how much longer do we have to put up with Mike Johnson? I can't put up time frames, but I can tell you that it's all this should be ended by the midterms, especially for Mike Johnson. He will not be the speaker anymore. Okay, I'd like to know how the tariff against Japan will end up, and also Japan will experience mega earthquakes in the near future. They're always having earthquakes. They're always having earthquakes. I can't tell you right now. I just see a lot, but I'm seeing 6 and 7. Will Trump actually pull government subsidies? Remember, I told you guys about this remember I told you when this feud started, I said he's looking at getting rid of anything he touched with the Doge. And remember, he said he was going to sick Doge on Elon, and he told everybody, so what is Doge? Doge is the monster that Elon did that were terrible. So because Trump said that out loud, people within the federal government who don't like Doge are already slamming the door in their face. Doge is a nothing burger right now. The powers have been stripped from them. They can't go running to the president saying, sir, because Trump doesn't want anybody there that was related to Elon, especially the more Elon's going to do to try to destroy him. Um, so he wants to pull all his contracts. He says I ought to pull, and he's saying that out loud, so Elon will hear. And that's a big hit, you guys. Elon is on the fence about that because that's all the money. That's all the money. He's losing money on Tesla, Starlinks, a lot of stuff. He's really going to start calling people, telling them, oh, he's going to try to ruin Elon. But while Elon's going down, Elon will blab. So the more Trump hurts Elon, and Trump knows this too, I don't know why he's so stupid, the more that he's going to get hit. Um, Have you ever seen or talked to an ET? I saw one in my mental mind and he talked to me. He's the one that told me that they can't interfere with free will, but they can interfere with anything with nukes. So we won't have the opportunity to use nukes again, according to the ET that talked to me. And they come in peace and they want us to be okay. When and how will election tampering come out? How will the case in New York? It's going to go all the way. And when that starts flagging, there's more. But I think Elon is your key. I think Elon is the key. Will Elon tell the United States of America how he arranged for Trump to win? Absolutely yes, you guys. Absolutely yes. Okay. Is 45 funding or sending weapons to Russia? He would probably do it behind closed doors. I keep seeing Ukraine winning this war, but it's with the help of other nations. So it's basically the United States and Russia against the Ukraine, France, Germany, all of them. I see them helping the Ukraine. Does Iran actually have 45's emails? What will they do with them? They're threatening to sell them. Yeah, they have them. And those will be released probably in the next 4 months. They almost are putting it on the down low because they don't need any bombs right now. They're still trying to recover. July 4th energies. Let's check it out. Let's see what the realm has. Let me do it with my prediction cards. I still haven't opened the other cards James gave me. I've got to play with them and check it out. I just got back from Mount Shasta and getting myself sorted. Angel of Light and Mercy. Give me 3 cards for anything about the 4th of July in the United States. Me and my kids aren't celebrating this year. Okay. Surveillance record? What does that mean? Compromise, harmful, something will be compromised, coerce, manipulation. Earthquake shakeup. This could either be a physical earthquake or some sort of shakeup. By the 4th, something we'll know. We'll all be talking about it. Something will be shook up. So let me do these cards. Is it about the Trump administration or is it something else? What's the shakeup happening by July 4th? What's the shakeup happening by July 4th? July 4th. What's the shakeup happening by July 4th? Could be money aspects crossed by the strength card. Could be Russia's done something, Russia's here. I'm not getting what it's saying here. It's acting like there's a battle. Is there a battle going on July 4th? Okay, yes. Is it, I think it might be, maybe Iran is planning or some agency of terrorists is planning on doing something towards the United States on July 4th. So this is out of the blue, bada bing, bada boom, and it's going to surprise everybody. Uh, uh, will Michigan get a Democratic governor? I thought they did have a Democratic governor. Is there something come up in the future? My feeling is Democrat all the way. That's my feeling. No, Orange Crush is, but there's not enough of a thing for Diddy that Orange Crush needs to pardon him. I'm Canadian. Will our Mark Carney prevail over Trump with trade? Will Trump talk again? I doubt that even he prevails, that Canadians will come back. No, they're never going to believe him. They will when we get a new president, but he will prevail. Everybody knows Trump's an idiot. Yeah, Trump has a Foley catheter. He's got some bruising here, like you can tell, maybe an IV. He's not doing, Trump isn't doing very, very well. Okay. Um, Linda, is it true, but not really published that they found bodies in chains? If so, can their guides make them have empathy so they can awaken to their evil doing? I don't know anything about this, Emmy. Don't worry. If even if Trump says, I say you cannot vote in the midterms, it doesn't matter. We're voting in the midterms. Housing market is not that great, you guys. Trump is just putting everything in a handbasket straight to hell. And I'm so sorry. Just hang in there. Remember, I told you, don't sell your place. Stay where you're at. Wait till all this is over. Yeah, Murkowski's not doing very well. She threw her hat in with the demon. It's not very good. She's very happy that she's helping her people. But all she had to do was not vote for it, and it would help her people and everybody else. She was the vote that put it over. I see Tennessee going purple, even within a year or so. Yeah. Karen says, you said years ago you saw reporters running. I didn't say downstairs, but she says downstairs and running into an old-fashioned telephone booth that they knocked over. They were running in so fast. That has been happening already. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening. Um, you know what's so interesting? You can't get rid of that baby. He's saying all the women should get pregnant. We're going to give you $1,000. $1,000 doesn't cover nothing. I had to throw my hat in. What do you think? Do you think they'll throw me 1,000? Almost 72 years old. In fact, I actually don't have any insides because they took them out. So, but yet they're punishing children. They don't get their lunches. They don't get their the SNAP food stamps. But yeah, you be sure to have those babies. But by the way, it's up to you because the fathers never get punished ever. Uh, Anonymous is going to expose some stuff, but he's not as big of a deal as people would like to believe. He comes off like he's a big deal, but I don't see him being able to come up with something that's as earth-shattering as much as Elon Musk. Um, Cash Patel is always in Las Vegas. Cash Patel is busy. Well, somebody just showed me that Cash Patel is saying he thinks he found information on cheating in 2020. That's a total lie. Trump put him in there so he would say that. They'll even do fraudulent paperwork. It's a total lie. Oh, Giuliani. Yeah, what happened to him? I heard Trump put him in a position of some sort. Giuliani's sick. Giuliani's sick. That's what they're telling me. He's having a hard time even functioning. He might be drinking too, like a fish. What's happened to Giuliani? He's still begging for money. Yeah, he's not well, you guys. He may go into heart failure. Yeah, his star is crashing. Yeah, it's sad about Giuliani. What will happen to Ukraine without US support? Sweet Ukraine. I see other nations coming forward. That's the saving grace. I think Iran's going to try to hit US. I swear to God, I'm feeling something. They're going to struggle, but the outcome is the karmic stars with them and they have the justice. They have the justice. There's offers coming out of the blue to help them. And look at this success. So give them, maybe even till April of next year, but it doesn't show like it's ended, it's over. So, okay. All right, you guys, I went through these. Can you believe it? Some of them were asking me when, and that's very hard to do. I really can't tell you when. And I have a nail appointment, so I do have my priorities. All right, you guys, I love you all. I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers.